Hey everybody, I'm Sasha, and for this video I'm going to be talking about The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Now this is the front, this is the side, and this is the back. So The Graveyard Book, what this book is about is a kid named Nobody Owens who grew up in a graveyard because when he was a baby, his parents were murdered by somebody. Someone. And he doesn't exactly know who. So he grows up in a graveyard, with ghosts and someone named Silas. And, yeah. And let's just say he hasn't left the graveyard because, well, mainly because he's a kid, and also because, who knows, this person who killed his parents might still be out there. But let's just say he's going to meet the man who killed his parents. Oh, he will. But until then, he's a boy trying to learn things in the graveyard. And he's growing up in a graveyard. So, The Graveyard Book. Was there anything that I liked about this book? Yes, I liked the story, I liked the characters, I liked the qualities they've given to Bod, as they call him. Nobody, Bod. They call him Nobody Owens, but Bod for short, which I think is pretty cool. By which I mean they say okay, he learned to turn invisible at moments, like a ghost. And I like the concept of a boy growing up in a graveyard. It's like the Jungle Book. A boy grows up in the jungle. But in this case, it's a boy who grows up in the graveyard. I especially love the Dave McKean artwork. Here, I'm going to show you some artwork of his. Alright, so there's that. This. Oh yeah, there's a lot of pretty good artwork in here if you ask me. There is no Graveyard Book movie as much as I think there should be. This is the picture at the end of the last chapter, at the end of the book, in a way. But it's not the last one, really. Here's another Dave McKean artwork as an alternate cover for the book. They did do graphic novel kind of adaptation of this book. I think they did about 2 of them. There's part 1 and part 2, I guess. Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I have Coraline as a graphic novel, but I haven't finished reading it yet. Also, the artwork, it's really nice, but it really does not fit the characters, if you ask me. Now, the Graveyard Book. Anything else? Well, just about everything. I thought everything was pretty cool about it. So, yeah. Alright. Now, this book is a #1 New York Times bestseller and is also a winner of the 2009 Hugo Award and the John Newbery Medal. Which, of course, the medal, right there. So, yeah. This book got some really good reviews. I'm only going to tell you the 3 reviews that are on the back of the book. And these include: The Graveyard Book, by turns exciting and witty, sinister and tender, shows Gaiman at the top of his form. In this novel of wonder, Neil Gaiman follows in the footsteps of long-ago storytellers, weaving a tale of unforgettable enchantment. That's the New York Times Book Review. Like a bite of dark Halloween chocolate, this novel proves rich, bittersweet, and very satisfying. Washington Post. Wistful, witty, wise, and creepy. This needs to be read by anyone who is or has ever been a child. Kirkus Reviews. Starred review. Yep. Now I got there are more reviews, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm gonna leave that to you once you get the book. Whoa. Sorry, I'm sitting on a stool. So yeah. Be careful when I'm sitting on a stool though. Yeah. Alright, this makes a lot of stool makes noises. Okay, anyway, I got this book from Secondhand Charles because I've read Gaiman's The Graveyard Book, and you know what? I mean, I've read Gaiman's Coraline, Neil Gaiman's Coraline. What am I saying? So yeah. So I figured I'd check this one out. So yeah. And the Graveyard Book, I thought it had really good. It was a really good story. It was pretty cool, if you ask me. Yeah, everything about it was really good. If it's something if you've never read this before, definitely read it. And the ending, don't get me started. The ending was kind of sad, but also kind of happy. It was like a happy, sad kind of ending. Personally, I don't like sad endings. But because it's a happy, sad ending, I can work with it. Like, I don't really like sad endings too much, like Tale of the Princess Kaguya. I mean, good movie, but the ending, it's like really? Like, it was a really sad ending. But yeah. Graveyard Book had a really happy, sad ending, if you ask me. Now, the Graveyard Book, well, if you haven't read this book, do check it out. And what am I going to rate this book? Well, I really love this book. This book was amazing. It's one of my favorite books now. And it's a book that I can recommend to just about anybody who likes scary books. If you like scary stories or stuff like that, this is a really good one to have. A really good one to read, especially because it's got that scary and also kind of humor in it. So do check this book out. So Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. What do I rate it? I'm going to rate it 5 stars out of 5. Alright. That's my review on Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. If you haven't read the book, do check it out. It's a really good book. I wish there would be a Graveyard Book movie. That would be cool. So The Graveyard Book, if you haven't read it, do check it out. And if you like what you see, like and subscribe.